Hello everybody, welcome back to round number 9 of the MXGP series. We are at Uddevalla in Sweden today, and I want to apologise in advance. This is going to be the most scuffed of the track previews that we've had so far this year. This isn't going to be a case of I've had plenty of laps to spin on the track and then I've given you like 3 or 4 solid ones in a row. This is live as it's done, no voiceover at the end, no hot lap involved. And the reason for that, I went riding this weekend, and yeah, I wadded myself basically, and I didn't get home until late last night, so I've had to wake up this morning and try and hop on and do it as well. So usually this video goes up at midday for you, or for me, and it's currently 1 hour until midday, so it's going to be a little bit later than usual, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. If the riding isn't great either, I can't really move my left thumb very well, basically, so I'll try and do my very best to get around this track. Thankfully, the Uddevalla definitely got to be one of my most favourite tracks out of any season that we ever have. I think a lot of people really do enjoy this track. Apparently there's a couple of track layout changes on this track this year, and from the preview pictures that B-Clay sent to me, it seems that they are on the back end of the track, just before the finish line. If you remember previous years, there was just this massive tabletop that, because of the way this game and bike physics work, you just send it to flat basically, and then use a Pavoso bounce to jump up and over. Oh, here we go. So this is different. Over to the right here, to bounce up and over another single. It was such a stupid line to do. But I don't think there's any of that this time. So we turn left here, go over this tabletop. I've went way too far, and then you go left here. Thank God there's sandbags on that little, or whatever that is there. I guess like camera stand. And then we turn left, back to the right. That might be a little bit one-lined in that corner. We'll see how that goes during the racing. And then back to the left here, up and over the finish line for a full lap. So only a couple of changes, but still something nice and different. So it's not just a case of playing the same track as last year. The soil type that we've got for this round as well is soft soil with soft soil underneath it. So it should be grippy the entire time that you're racing this. It shouldn't be a case of like it's slippery on top and then sticky underneath, or it starts sticky and then it digs down and gets slick on the bottom the whole time throughout the day, throughout the race. It should be nice and grippy for you boys, and I mean, so far it's not a particularly insanely difficult track. Then Uddevalla never is. It never is. It's always, I think that might be the reason that people enjoy it so much, really, is it's quite a straightforward one, regardless of what kind of skill level you are. So you can jump to the inside here. There's usually at least 3 lines in that corner. Let's try outside around here, see what we can do here as well. Oh, bike didn't want to turn. This is why it's very important to get a handful of laps down before you do it. So if you go outside there, you can probably roll the first one, and then you might be able to double your way through the rest of them. What's the inside like up here? If we just jump to the inside, I reckon the inside could be faster there. You just have to make sure that you don't tag your handlebars at all. Same with this left-hander here. That's been, those 2 corners have been like problem corners in the past, at least for me. That when you're trying to go really fast, get that bike cranked over, it's super easy to get the bars drag in or the pegs drag in, then the bike extends itself up, the front end just folds away from you. Let's have a little go this new section again here. So we step up, if we go to the outside, carry a good amount of momentum around there, and then we'll single into the inside as well. A little bit choppy on the exit, probably just trying to slow us down a little bit. Over the tail, step down to the left. Yeah, I think inside's going to be the move around this corner. Maybe it'll get too chopped out to the point where it's not too viable anymore. But I think even if it was very whooped out and choppy, these the top boys are going to do a good job of, I guess, tomacking their way through it, just bulldogging their way through the rough. And I've noticed so far, the rough around here, it's choppier than usual. I say it's a bit more square edge. Can we still triple to the inside up here? Oh, we can. I love that. That's one of my favourite lines on any outdoors track. It's just that floating triple up to the inside. Doable on 250s and 450s. You saw I was barely even half throttle going up and over that. You have to make sure you get the timing right. Luckily, you can spot the landing as you're taking off. I mean, I guess it depends on your camera settings, really. So it's not like you're jumping up there blind and you have to just pray that you make it into the right place. So it should be a little bit easier to do. And I'm not sure if that was always the case in previous years. I swear there's been years where you've been jumping up into that corner blind, but not so much this time. You can just see the landing as you get up there, so nice fun line for you. Let's try this again. So we wheelie over this first one, then double, wait, over them bump. Oh, okay, yes, you go over them bumps, miss out the rough stuff on the inside, and have quite a fast inside line there. That the boys, the lap times around here, I'm telling you already, they're going to be pretty insane. This is quite a fast track. Probably should have turned the max hard timing on just so you can see what we're rocking with, but I guess since I'm just tiptoeing my way around the track today, there's no real point to it. I'll try and get another 2 laps or so in for you gamers. We'll do a lap in third person maybe at the end as well, so you can watch me watch myself multiple times in a row, because it does usually take me a couple of attempts to get a good third person lap going. You have to scrub that table there to the left a lot harder than you think. It sends you quite high. It's got a very, very good face on it. You need to try to keep that bike low, not over jump it, not go too far. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people on their first couple of laps going around this place. They might jump all the way over and hit the sandbags. If that's the right word, yeah. Sandbags, like I did. And then the one thing I always like about Udavella as well was the scenery. You got all these like boulders and that basically that rough stuff there looks like what I landed my ribs on at the weekend. Not fun at all. I don't really have any GoPro stuff for you because I mean I've got the crash on GoPro. It doesn't look that impressive to be honest. I just landed on a incredibly hard bit of ground and just came to a stop. Didn't bounce at all. So yeah, my ribs and my arm not in a good shape. Thumb not great either. And like the middle of my back, it almost feels like I've got like a pinched nerve, like really, really bad middle of back, sharp pain. So there's not really many comfortable positions to lay in at night either. So I've slept rough the last 2. Basically, the whole format of that weekend was rock up on the Friday, pitch the tent. Saturday, you have qualified in the morning, and then you got 2 races, and then Sunday you got another 2 races. So I've done qualifying. Turns out my transponder wasn't working. I borrowed Oles's and it just didn't work. So I had like last gate pick basically for the races. Lined up for race number 1 after hiring a transponder. Made it 1.5 corners, and then my Saturday was done. So like, no exaggeration either. It was going into turn 2 that it happened. And yeah, then on day 3 I tried to go out, rolled around. I didn't put the camera on for the second day, to be honest, just because I thought there was no point. Let everybody go off the start, rolled around, got 11th in the first race on the second day, and then in the second race I went for it. I was, I think, first out of the gate in my group because they merged 2 groups together, but I was third out of the gate overall, and then I finished 5th in my group overall in that last race. So riding through the pain, but that's the great thing about adrenaline as well, is the pain goes for the most part. The only thing I struggled with is, so the pain's from my right ribs all the way down to like my groin area and inside of my right leg. And I was struggling with the weight of the boot on your leg as well. I just couldn't really keep my right leg up well in the ruts, and it was very, very deeply rutted. But I mean, I'm happy I went out again, and now I can recover for like a week or so. Nothing broken, I just think battered and bruised, and maybe, I don't know, something going on around the rib/stomach area. It just feels like my organs are loose, so maybe I'll stretch something in there. They'll get themselves back eventually. Let's focus on this. Let me stop talking about myself. I apologise. And again, I'm sorry that I'm not going around this track at the fastest of rates. I'm trying to learn it at the same time as talking to you boys, and it's not an easy feat. These tracks do take a lot of concentration, but you can see there's multiple viable lines around here. That inside does disappear quite quickly. I would have liked it if it hooked around a little bit further, but maybe it's been done that way, so it's not super OP. So you do have to take some other lines. So we tried, let's just go far outside here. A lot of these corners seem to really enjoy you staying up on the pegs as well, just to combat that issue, like I said, about the bars digging in the ground. And then also the outside here seems like a really, really good option, especially because you can ride up that little bank on the left and basically scrub before you get to the top of the jump. You can lean the bike over early, and it just keeps you really low, keeping all that momentum going in the right direction. Really like that middle rut there. That flows really nicely around there. And then check up all your speed, up over that bad boy. Step down here to the inside. Nice. And then, oh, front end tried going on me there. Knifed just a little bit. I got on the wrong side, lent the bike over too much. And as we go over the finish line here, we're going to try and go into the third-person camera. Now we'll, for you third-person enjoyers, let's try and give this one the best go that we can do. I'm wondering just how quickly I can get this rendered and uploaded at the same time. It's probably be a couple of hours. Maybe it'll only be, oh god, oh dear. I've almost taken out the Marshal. I'm sorry, Mr. Marshal. Maybe 2 hours in total from the rendering and uploading. So it might not be too late compared to usual. But I'll be honest, I got home last night, but my phone's buggered as well. My phone keeps randomly turning itself off, so I need to change my phone now, so I can't check like WhatsApp, Discord, or anything on my phone. So I booted my PC up late last night just to check everything. Saw Bradley has sent me the track, sent him a love heart, and then I basically just went to bed. I completely forgot about it as well. So I've woken up today and it's like, oh god, I need to quickly get upstairs, get everything downloaded, get recording. Oh, absolute nightmare. So I do apologise. This one's been quite scuffed. And not only to you boys competing, but then also to the people involved in making this happen as well. I feel like I almost have a duty and a privilege to be able to show these tracks off to the best of my ability, and I've I've lacked basically this weekend, but some things, I mean, I was going to say some things out of my control. It's fully in my control because I'm the one that's wadded myself while riding. So yeah, I apologise, but this should be an enjoyable track. It should be good fun, and thankfully it's not the most difficult track in the entire world. Because if this was maybe like a what one was it? If it was like a Flanders, maybe, for example, then there probably would have been a whole lot more crashes in this than there has been. This has been quite a straightforward one to do, and it just kind of shows that even if you're just patient and you tiptoe and pick your way around the track, you can get around it fairly straightforward. It's just these boys at the top of the 450 classes in particular. I mean, 250 boys do set some insane lap times as well, but yeah, the guys at the top of this game are just a whole nother level. So round of applause to them. So thank you for watching this one. I will see you later for the commentating of this, and I might drug myself up by then, take some painkillers, because it's not very comfortable just sitting here. So thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.